In every relationship, family, friends, or love, we all want the same thing: to be loved back. But here's the truth that most people never realize. Love is not about what you get, it's about what you give. When you start expecting too much in return, love turns into a transaction. And when expectations aren't met, pain, disappointment, and arguments begin. But when you love without expecting, that's when your relationships truly flourish.
What is love, really? Love is not measured by what you receive. Love is measured by what you give. If you give kindness, that's love. If you give patience, that's love. If you give support, that's love. It's not about keeping score. It's not about deals. If you're saying, "I'll love you only if you love me the same way," then you're not loving, you're negotiating. And love is not a deal. Love is a gift.
Here's where relationships break. Expectations. When you expect something and receive less than you hoped, it hurts. You start to feel unappreciated. You begin arguments. You question the bond. But if you expect less, or even better, if you expect nothing, then everything you receive becomes a blessing, not a disappointment. The strongest relationships are built on giving freely, not on waiting for equal return.
The simplest way to build long-lasting relationships: avoid unnecessary arguments. Don't always demand love. Don't chase after constant validation. Instead, apply this simple formula: just give. Keep giving, and don't stop giving, even when you don't receive the same in return. Because your consistency, your genuine effort, and your unconditional love are what make the bond unbreakable. Analogy. Think of the sun. It shines every single day. Sometimes clouds hide it. Sometimes people don't notice it. But it never stops giving light. Love should be like that, unconditional. This mindset isn't just for romantic love. It applies everywhere. With your parents, give them care, without expecting the same energy back. With friends, be loyal, even if they forget sometimes. With your partner, give support, without measuring how much they gave you today. When you stop expecting, love feels lighter. You don't get trapped in the stress of comparison. You don't overthink. You just love. And that freedom makes the connection even stronger. Love isn't instant. People have flaws, moods, and mistakes. When you expect perfection, you set yourself up for disappointment. Instead, practice patience. Understand that everyone has their struggles. Listen more than you speak. Empathize before reacting. The more patient and understanding you are, the more your relationships grow stronger. Love thrives when it's given space to breathe, not rushed or demanded. Healthy communication isn't about demanding answers or reactions. It's about expressing your feelings without expecting a mirror of your emotions. Share openly, speak your truth, and then step back without insisting on validation. When you communicate without expectation, conflicts reduce, misunderstandings fade, and relationships feel lighter, freer, and more authentic.
Expecting less doesn't mean taking less. It means appreciating more. Focus on the good you receive naturally instead of lamenting what you didn't get. Gratitude transforms how you view love. Each act of kindness, each supportive gesture becomes a treasure rather than a debt. A grateful heart makes giving easier, loving effortless, and relationships deeply fulfilling.
You cannot pour from an empty cup. Loving without expectation starts with loving yourself first. Respect your needs, set healthy boundaries, and nurture your own heart. When you give from a place of fullness, not desperation, your love is genuine, joyful, and sustainable. Expect less from others. Love more. But never forget to honor yourself along the way.
Expecting less also means letting go of past hurts. Holding on to grudges or keeping mental score only weighs down your heart. Forgive when you can, and release what no longer serves the relationship. Love grows when it isn't tied to resentment or past mistakes. By letting go, you make space for genuine connection, joy, and understanding. When you give freely and release the weight of expectation and anger, relationships thrive effortlessly. So remember this: love is what you give, not what you get. Expect less, love more. Don't turn relationships into deals. Keep giving and let go of the need for equal returns. Because in the end, true love is never about balance sheets. It's about unconditional giving. When you love with an open heart, you may not always get the same in return, but you'll always live with peace, joy, and the kind of relationships that last a lifetime. Expect less, love more. That's the secret to strong human connections.